Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode in the Road to Glory career mode today. There was a comment left last time out asking me to show you the potentials of a few players. So here is that little thing. You'll be able to see on the status section exactly what each player says. We've got quite a few exciting prospects. I think we've got, and it has potential to be special in there as well. So yeah, there's some pretty really good potentials in this team is what I'm trying to get at. Now, there was a couple of comments I wanted to address for the last episode. The first one was regarding McNeil, who, of course, is a bold hero here at Grimsby, telling him to get a hair transplant. Unfortunately, it's not possible in the edit player section. You cannot edit a player's hair. Therefore, he's going to have to remain bald for the rest of the series. But I quite like it. I think it adds a little bit something to him, because when he does the bits for us, it's always nice to see his little bald head running about, especially when he's banging him in for fun in terms of goals. So, quite happy to keep him with his bald head if he wants to have that. And the second comment was in regards to Ayit, who is the player we picked up last episode for free from the free agents. And that was from Original Name, who said he thinks the guy I found, because he's from Togo, is Adebayor's regen. And I think you might be right, because I searched for Emmanuel Adebayor after that, and he's not in the game anymore. So I think you're probably right in that regards. It means he's got about a potential of like 79, which, I mean, I didn't bring him in the mind of thinking that we're going to be able to use him and he's actually going to be here long term. It was more just because he was quite high rated from the free agents. I can sell him if need be. But there is something interesting that I wanted to address today, and I'm going to leave a poll at the top right hand side of this video. And that is because there was also two more comments that said about Tim Weah. Now, I understand completely on about the fact that, Weah is obviously too good to be playing for Grimsby Town. So it's one of those things, right? So for Thomas and I can't remember the other comment, just T, they both said about the situation regarding Tim Weah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it up to you guys. I'm going to put a poll at the top right hand side of this video today, and that would be, should we sell Tim Weah? You either have an answer of yes or no. There is no other thing. Yes or no. Should we keep hold of him? Should we sell him? It's entirely up to you guys. I'm going to let you guys decide it, because I understand where you're coming from in the aspect he's too good. At the same time, though, he wasn't getting game time at PSG, so he purchased him. And he was actually a suggestion by you guys as well. I didn't just go out my way to buy him. So there is a comment, and there is now a poll at the top right-hand side of this video for you guys to decide. Tim Weah, should he stay or should he go? It's entirely up to you. Whatever wins that, I will then either transfer list him or not, depending on how you guys decide. And then we'll move forward in that one. I just wanted to give you guys the option to at least vote, so at least something's being done about it. Now, that way, nobody can then come to me afterwards and then have a go and say, I should have done this or whatever. So you guys are deciding it effectively. But we actually played our first game, and I didn't speak at all about it. It was a very poor game. We ended up winning it by a goal to nil. Didn't really do too much in the way of actually making ourselves look good. It was only the one goal coming from McNeil, which was the difference in this one, and he actually scored, our little bold maestro. And it was actually against Norwich as well, who are a difficult side to play in this championship. They're not an easy team by any means. They've got some really good players, and I'm expecting them to push for a title, to try and get themselves out of the championship into the Premier League. Right now, though, after we played that game, they were sat just above the bottom four. So it's not what you expect from Norwich, especially considering following that game, it was the next one. And I believe this one was against Millwall. So coming out of a 1-0 win into the next one away at the Den against Millwall, this is a tough place to go as well for the championship. Tim Weah found Mitchell Van Bergen early doors. 5 minutes gone on the clock. You can see he's running rings around this fullback. Cuts back inside on the right foot. You knew what was coming when he did that. And that was that ball was going in the top right-hand corner. It's an easy finish, that. And you expect it from Van Bergen. He scored so many in League One. He got so many assists as well. He's another one of the players that, if you are looking at players who shouldn't be playing in this Grimsby Town side in the championship, he's up there as well. So you've got Tim Weah. Got Mitchell Van Bergen. McNeil even now is probably a little bit too good for us too. So I feel like if we don't get promoted this season, these are the type of players that won't stay. Tim Weah, he'll be gone. Mitchell Van Bergen probably will be gone. Ethan Cox probably will be gone. Shane McNeil probably will be gone. So I think we probably need to try and get promoted in this season. But it's going to be tough. Like I said, there's 46 games to come, and the championship is a whole different kettle of fish to the other two leagues. They are very, very tough indeed. Tim Weah was running rings in this game, like Mitchell was, and unfortunately, he didn't actually have a goal because it was a good save onto the crossbar by the goalkeeper. Frustrated, though, because we had a few good chances, and I just couldn't seem to find the second goal. Ethan Cox then played in substitute Jesus, who laid it back to McNeil, and at this point, I was fuming. I was like, how have you missed that? I know you gave us the winning game number 1, mate, but you should score that. Every day of the week, Shane McNeil should be burying that chance. I know he only just missed, so it wasn't like he skied it massively. It was a matter of inches, but I still expected better from our number 7. Millwall's best chance came 6 minutes from time when they conjured up that effort there on the edge of our area, but it was an easy save for our number 1, so not too difficult for Donald. And it just meant that another game in, another 1-0 win. It's going to be this type of thing, I think. There's not going to be a lot of games in these games here, because I think we're actually quite evenly matched with quite a few sides in this division, to the point where we're pretty much going to cancel each other out. And I feel like if we are going to lose games, they are going to be low-scoring games. If we are going to win games, they're probably going to be low-scoring games. We're not going to have the same situation where we smash the team 6-0 probably this season, unless we kind of get the first 3 in like early doors, like the first 30 minutes, and then the floodgates open. That is probably the only way we're going to do it. But looking from the way we started in the Championship, it's going to be probably quite a close, tight contest every game we play. Sheffield Wednesday were up next. Again, it was a strong side. That will only get stronger, may I add, because as you guys know from the last episode, we did pick up ourselves a scout that was 5-star, 5-star. So if you missed that, he is in the side. We're waiting on a good scout report back from him before I show you it, because the first one he gave us was absolutely poor. Went 1-0 up in this game, though. Ethan Shaw with a finish, a really nice driven shot, which isn't really that prominent this year. So, yeah, using them is a little bit weak. But, like I said, this team's only going to get better in terms of that one. Now, there is suggestions for players. I'm going to read them out as they come up on the screen. Obviously, we've got Roy Sean Williams by Man United Lists. We've got Ampdu from Chelsea from Man Like Ross. We've got quite a few from Sponge Demus. Probably got that name wrong. I apologise in advance. Adam Forshaw from Caleb. Chong from Football Frankie. Conser from Tafara. There's a lot of suggestions. Brereton from Roy Harper. Now, I did say I wanted to strengthen our defence as Sheffield Wednesday. Take a look at that block, by the way, from Sukasev. He is one of the better players in my team. I really enjoy Sukasev. I think he's a great defender. But yeah, I did want to strengthen my defence. That was where my problems lied. So, that is why I went ahead and I shortlisted all the defenders that you guys suggested. So, Roshan Williams, Ethan Ampadu, I think there was Concert, there was someone else and someone else. But yeah, like I said, I shortlisted them all. Fortunately, Ampadu went to Bayern Munich, so he's gone. Can't get him. Concert, I was waiting on a scout report back. And in terms of Roshan Williams, he'd also gone to Marseille. So I couldn't get him either. So there was only really one player I could get out of that, and that was Concert. But then, when I show you this, as we go 2-0 up through Rodney Jansen, when I show you this in a few moments, I found myself a game-generated player. Now, I don't know how good this kid's going to be, but you'll see him. I think he's going to be pretty spectacular. We will take a look at him just cause. But all I'm going to say is I'm very, very excited. I'm very excited when you guys see this kid because I think he's going to be massive for us. But with the game coming to a close against Sheffield Wednesday, that was, I think, 3 wins from 3, including a 2-0 win now as well. Having not conceded a goal, I was feeling very, very good about things. I was thinking, maybe I don't need to strengthen that much. Maybe this team is Premier League ready. Until we play the final game. And that'll come up in just a few moments to show you. But then, here is the things I got to show you. Robert, welcome. Hello. What's going on, mate? This guy has a 5-star weak foot. He's been suggested by you guys before, back in like Season 2, or might have even been Season 1, actually, from Real Betis. The kid is worth 2.5 million. But he had a minimum free release clause of 1.4. 1.4 million, boys and girls, is what his release clause was set to. I activated it, signed him straight away. Then I went in for this kid. This is the one I was talking about. I'm so excited. We've got him, Mehdi Darfalu. I apologise if I got his name wrong. 67 rated centre-back. He's only 6 foot tall, which is a problem. But he's got a 4-star weak foot. He's quick. His jumping is great. He's got the ability. He's got potential. Everything you need in a centre-back. And for as cheap as £1.4 million, you cannot go wrong. This guy, hopefully, is going to be in our side for a very long time. Low, even if I need to, I can put him up at CDM. That is another position we can use him in. And obviously, Robert coming in as well. I'm going to call him Rob for short. £1.4 million minimum fee release clause for him as well. 5-star weak foot. Can play right wing, left wing, striker. You guys know I love my versatility on players. That is another reason why I signed him. So for £2.8 million, we got 70 rated Robert from Betis. And we got ourselves Mehdi, the centre-back, for 1.4 as well. £2.8 million combined total there is what we paid for both players. And they both look sick. So I'm really glad to have them at the club. And even if we do go on to sell a few players, like I said, if you guys want me to sell Weyer, the vote is at the top right-hand side. If you don't, then this side's just going to look ridiculously good, isn't it? So, yeah, I'm really excited for this. 10 minutes into the game against Sheffield United, though, the final game of today's episode. McNeil overran his touch. Frustrating. And we actually didn't play that well here. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I have no idea how they hit the post twice there. We could have so easily been 1-0 down. 2 minutes from time, Mitchell van Bergen, as we are going into the half-time whistle. Take a look at this run from him. Dinks the ball in. Ethan Shaw's header. Wasn't really anything behind it. Easy save for the goalkeeper to make. And at half-time, it was 0-0, but we were playing poorly. Much different to how we played in the first, 3 or 4 games earlier on today. And I had a somewhat feeling that this one was going to be different to how we played. Obviously, picking up the 1-0 win earlier, the 2-0 win as well after that. I just felt this one was going to be different. And then take a look at this. The way that Sheffield United open us up here is tremendous. Absolutely tremendous. They deserve to score that goal, but I can't help but say I was fuming. Absolutely fuming with the way we defended it. And at first, I shouted. I was like, offside. Because if you rewind that back and take a look at it at full speed, at the naked eye, that looks offside. Honestly, I was sat here thinking, how's that not been given? That's offside. However, I went into the instant replay and I took a look at it and I was made to look very, very silly indeed, because as I played this out for you all, there is where the pass comes in and he is onside. Played onside by Josh Timon. So, Sheffield 1, Grimsby Town 0. McGoldrick with the finish. There was not enough time for us to get back in this game, and we have lost our first game in the Championship, boys and girls. So, like I said, these games are going to be probably very close, and there isn't going to be much in it. We deserve to lose that one. Sheffield United were the better side and deserved their win. I just can't believe the way that it actually came about. I got torn apart there. They hit the post. McGoldrick hit the post twice in the first half, and then finishing off the move in the 90th minute. So after 6 league games, ladies and gents, Derby County top the Championship table. We are in second and Reading are in third, all on the same points. And it's very close as you go down the list there. So very, very intrigued to see how this is going to pan out. We've still got 10 hours left in the transfer deadline, though, which is why I'm giving you guys the option to vote on Weah's situation, if we should let him go or not. If you do vote for it, and if you don't, I don't really mind. It's entirely up to you guys. Whatever happens with him and his situation, it's going to be on you. I'm not going to make the outright decision. You guys can do it. So vote at the top right-hand side. That's going to be it for today, though. Thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy it, a like would be greatly appreciated. Make sure you stay tuned for the 6 PM upload of the My Player Career Mode. Can't wait for that episode to go live. Till then, adios.